All right, so now we're looking at chapter 11, and we're looking at a list, and it has it's made up of elements or items in the list, and so after studying strings and tuples, there's not too much different here. It's just a different structure, and we've seen them a bit. So let's take this, and here are two lists, and we'll place them here. Okay, so and I'm kind of looking at actually 11.1, 11.2 with the accessing elements, because that's sort of all the same, and then the length list, the list length here, so again we'll kind of attack all three of those at once here, since we've seen a bunch of this. So yeah, I can print, say, PS, and get at that item maybe 3, which would be 40. Whoops. Yeah, I've got that there. Okay. So if I run that, there's the 40. But also, I can, with the lists, I can make a list of lists. So here, if I just say I just call S equal, and I do my list square brackets there, and then say PS comma QS, and then we print S, and we take a look at what that looks like, and you see, so I've got a list of lists, and one list sublist here has 4 items or indexes 0 through 3, and the second one has 0 through 2. And notice the lists don't even have to be of the same types of things. So I've got integers here in this first one, and strings here in the second one. And so let's take a look at the strings. So I've got print S. So now let's print S of 1. So that should be our string, our strings there. So there's our strings, and now let me do, say, let's do swallow, print S 1, and then that would be 2 at that next level. And there we have swallow. And now, since swallow is a string, right, I should be able to get at maybe the S there at the beginning. I think I should be able to. I don't think I've ever tried this before, but so there's the 1. There's the 2 to get to the word, or to get to the word swallow. And then suppose I want that S, that would be in the 0 index. Let's see if that works. And sure enough, it does. So you see, because swallow is a string, then I can access its elements using the indexing operation. And so there's getting at the elements. Let's go back here and see what we have. So this, talked about nesting. I showed we could do that, and then accessing elements, we were able to get at those. They mentioned the loops here, and we can do sort of each of these kinds of loops here. Now I'm going to do this one first, and then I'll come back and do the next one. Let's just get a new cell here to put that in. And if I run that, so you see I got to each one of those. But if I, where is that? If I do it this way, now notice they've actually made a list to take I out of here. So they do this, and we'll see that that also works. So we just get that same thing again. But now, you know, another way to do this would just be to say range of 4. And instead of doing that list 0 through 3, because range of 4 actually makes that list. And so you see we get those same things working again. And if you didn't know that you needed 4, this was more dynamic than that. This is where we could use length of horsemen. Like that. So we do the length of that list, and that should work also. And so there we have it. So you know, looping through these, we can just do the H and horseman. It'll go through each of the pieces in turn. But we could also make a list. We could use range, and we could use range with the length of that list to help us out if it's more dynamic than that. Okay, so that kind of gets us through 11.1 through 3. So we'll stop there with this one.